Knowing what you know and having been where you've been, I'm talking about the legal system in this country. The character Deke Thomas, has got to be operating with an awful lot of inside knowledge that comes from the person that created him.
Well, it is. There's no story. Actually, the stories surrounding that are in that book are actually cases that I've handled. The courtroom scenes are actual real courtroom scenes. The settlement negotiations are real settlement negotiations. Mm-hmm. They really have. And all I did was dressed it up in a fiction to where, what was happening, Michael. Honestly, when this first book went to the editor, I'd get a call about every day and said, Mike, this story just sounds over the top. Well, okay, it's true.
Yeah.
And I think that's people's reaction. They read it and they go, my God, does this really happen? Mm-hmm. And the answer is it does happen. You could take every one of those stories and you'd find a parallel story that I've personally been involved with, in my career.
And I think the reason a lot of people find a book like this over the top is because in so many of these cases, I think I'm right here, the results or the decisions come, they're sealed. So that, especially when you're dealing in civil suits against corporations, corporations will sign a consent order for tens of millions of dollars. Nobody will know about it, and nobody will ever know about it.
Yeah, the attorney, Mike, is always put in a bad situation in this sense. Here it is. You're representing, 5,000 people that have taken a product called Yaz, that have either, killed somebody in their family or they've caused paralysis or a stroke or something horrible. And then so here's where you are. You're ready for trial. The defendant knows that they're going to get absolutely slammed because of the documents that you've got. Mm-hmm. There's no way they can overcome the documents or the culpability in the conduct of the company. So they settle. Now, here's the problem. They said, we'll settle if you will seal these documents.
Right.
We'll settle if we can't have this go public. And so here, from a conflict standpoint, you're left with understanding if you don't do that, then 5,000 people don't get paid for their injury. Some of them, that's all they will have to live on for the rest of their lives.
Right, exactly.
So, and every now and then you'll have a judge that'll say, no, Mr. Defendant, I'm not going to let you do that, so you settle it if you want to. Otherwise, Papantonio goes to trial on Monday. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you'll have them do that, and that's really your only escape from that situation. But you hit it on the head. It's a very good point you raised. Sometimes a federal judge will do it kind of on their own volition, and that's the best thing that can happen.
Mm-hmm. What is Deke going to be a character that's going to appear in your other books?
Yeah, he'll be in the second book. He's a minor character in the second book. The second book is about one of the lawyers in the first book, Law and Disorder. Her name is Gina Romano. Just an all-around bad cat. I mean, she is the premier trial lawyer that you want for a female lawyer, and she's a composite of a couple of female lawyers that I've known over the years, and she's just a wonderful invention. You will love the character, and I think you'll love the story in book number 2 as well. Mm-hmm. But she is kind of the center of that, and what's happening with women in the law right now is same thing that happens so much in corporate America. There's a glass ceiling that's developed for them. I take this real personal because I have a daughter that I want her to become an attorney, and I don't want her walking into a world where some jackleg, just because he's a male and he's been around a while, makes a determination that she doesn't have access to grow as an attorney and to grow professionally and to excel. And so Gina Romano is the perfect vehicle for me to tell these women's stories. It's not just not just women in the law, women in our culture in general. And she is such a predator for these folks that try to hold her back. And I think you'll really like this character.
Mike, I've got this reserved. Molly's out of school this week, so I've got some time, and this horror that was the political campaign season is over. I'm going to focus on Law and Disorder, and I hope an awful lot of people are going to. What are you going to tour with this? Or
No, the way that the books sell right now, they have, these folks wanted to send me around selling,
right.
signing. And I said, look, social media is selling this book so well. Amazon and, Barnes and Noble. Social media really is the vehicle now for selling books. And as you know, you have this incredible progressive audience. And, they follow you on Ring of Fire. They follow you on yours. This interview will go. They'll hear that interview, and this is really it's kind of a niche book for progressives. If you're a progressive, you are going to love this book because it articulates everything you're thinking.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mike, it's good to talk to you again. We don't talk the way we should, obviously. So I'm glad to have had a chance.
Keep the material coming for Ring of Fire. People love your stuff, Mike. I mean,
we'll
really,
do it. We'll do it. Well, I've got I've got a potty mouth, but what the hell? I don't know any other way to say it.
You got plenty to be a potty mouth about. You've watched the burn down of a great democracy.
Oh my God!
And resurface and surface and resurface.
Right. So. All right. Well, listen, Mike. Good to talk to you. Good luck with the book, and I hope we talk again, either when the next one comes out or somewhere in the process of this one becoming a bestseller, because I think it will. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, sir. You take care.